Today I want to show you how to attract a man who aligns with your core beliefs. And now you might be saying, why should I actually choose a guy who aligns with my core beliefs? Well, because you want to have a partner who's compatible with you. And on top of that, you want to have a partner who has certain beliefs that, well, that a good partner should have. And that's why in the first step, it's so important that you actually get clear about your core beliefs. And you really try to understand, what is it that I'm looking for? Who am I looking for? And what kind of beliefs about the world and life do I have? And these can be beliefs about your career. These can be beliefs about how ambitious you should be. These can be beliefs about the world in general. I mean, if I would, for example, be on a date with a woman, not that I go on a date with a woman because I'm in a very fulfilling relationship, but just as an example, if I would go on a date with a woman now and she would tell me, yeah, I mean, I believe that the world is a hostile place and we have to compete and we have to suffer, I would be turned off by that, because I nowadays am a very spiritual person. I believe that your beliefs and your perceptions and also your emotions create your reality to a certain extent. And if I would be on a date with a woman who is extremely negative and who's basically suffocating my energy, I would certainly not say, oh yeah, this is the kind of woman I want to date. We are a perfect match. I would be turned off by that, in the same way as there might be certain beliefs, core beliefs that is, that you would be completely turned off by if a guy would have them. Let's say, for example, you're on a date with a guy, and yeah, we can actually take the same example. If you are a life-loving woman and you radiate positive energy, at least on days where you slept right and where things are not too bad, then of course you don't want to be on a date with, and God forbid, to be in a relationship with a man who's draining your energy, who has as a core belief, as I just mentioned before in the example where I put myself in this position, the core belief of, oh yeah, we all have to compete all the time, the world is about sacrificing and suffering, and everything sucks. You most likely don't want to be with that person. And if you do, then we have to talk about that in a coaching session, because then you need to change certain aspects about yourself and your life. But it can also be other beliefs. Let's say you're looking for an ambitious man, and a lot of my coaching clients, especially the amazing women who join my 8-week Love Magnet coaching program, they are high achieving women. They are ambitious women. They are women who have already achieved a certain level of success in their life. Or whenever I have younger coaching clients who, for example, are still studying or recently finished their studies, they are ambitious in the way that they want to achieve certain goals. And in this case, you most likely want a man whose core belief is that he wants to fulfill his potential, and that as a human being it's important to fulfill your potential. You don't want to date a man whose core belief is that, it doesn't matter anyway, why should I aim for anything, I'm just going to watch TV and eat potato chips. Most likely that's not the kind of guy that you want. And that's why it's so important to get clear about your core beliefs, because only then will you be able to attract the right man. Otherwise, you don't even know what you have to look out for. You don't even know what criteria you have to select for. And that's why it's so important, and this leads me to the next step, to communicate your values early on. Don't be shy about communicating your values and your beliefs. And this is actually a trap that so many of my coaching clients fell into, that they feared rejection from a guy on the first date or second date or even third date so much that they didn't speak up when they wanted to speak up, that they didn't communicate their values and their beliefs when they actually wanted to communicate them. But you have to see it this way. If a man rejects you for certain core beliefs or values you have that are important for you, then you don't have to feel bad about it. You shouldn't be saying, oh no, he rejected me. You should be saying, hallelujah. Thank God this dude rejected me. We were not compatible at all. We were not compatible in the first place. So, hallelujah. Yes, woo-hoo-hoo. I want you to celebrate, because this guy just rejected you, because you you are not compatible with him and he's not compatible with you. And that's great. You don't even have to call it a rejection. It's simply you finding out faster than it takes other women that this dude is not right for you. And that's a reason to celebrate. And that's why you shouldn't be shy to, on the first date, second date, third date, heck, even in the first conversation, to bring up these issues. Or let's say, yeah, it's not issues, but let's say to bring up your beliefs, your values, and then this guy can say, oh yeah, this woman is actually right for me, I have the same beliefs. Or he says, what? You want an ambitious guy? I don't want to put in the work. No, thank you. And you just saved yourself so much time and also potential heartache, and also on top of that, a lot of headache. Which leads me to the next point. And this goes beyond just dating. It's also important for your social life, for connecting with friends, potential business partners, potential new employers. You can use this principle in every area of your life, but of course also for dating. And that's to seek out communities and groups of people that are in alignment with your values and interests. So let's say, for example, one of your core beliefs is that we create our reality. Maybe you're just like me, a little bit crazy when it comes to spirituality and the law of attraction, that kind of stuff, and you have that as your core belief. Then of course you don't want to date a guy who tells you, what, spirituality? No, that's weird. I only believe in what my eyes can see. Then you most likely don't want to date this guy. However, if you say spirituality, I don't want to deal with that, it's bollocks for me, complete BS, leave me alone with that, then this is the right guy for you. However, let's use the example of you being spiritual. If you're spiritual, then it might be a good idea to put yourself in communities where you have higher chances to meet a spiritually oriented and open-minded man. So for example, meditation groups, spiritual events, spiritual networking events, spiritual events. I can't say it any other way. A spiritual event, for example, a meditation event or manifestation event, or simply a meetup. That's where you might want to meet your future husband, or at least your future boyfriend, who will then at some point propose to you, at least if you know exactly how to wrap him around your beautiful finger on the first date and second date and third date and so on. And if you want to have this power, then you have to use something that I call powerful feminine dating, which means that you use your feminine energy in a way where you, wrap him around your finger, where you use certain dating techniques, where you use your body language in a way, the way you hold eye contact in a way that drives him absolutely crazy. And this is something that you will not only learn but master in week number 4 of my 8-week Law of Magnet coaching program, which is my one-on-one coaching program for every woman who not only wants to attract the man of her dreams, but who wants to truly fall in love with herself and fall in love with her life. And if you want to find out more about what awaits you in each of the individual coaching sessions, you can go to gethimkeephim.com/magnet. That's gethimkeephim.com/magnet, or you can simply click on the first link in the description to find out more. And of course, if there's something very specific that you want to talk about with me, you can also book an individual coaching session by going to gethimkeephim.com/coaching. And you can also find this link in the description. And then remember, when it comes to your core beliefs and your values, what you believe about the world and about life, that you also at the same time, while communicating these beliefs on the first date or second date and third date, you also want to follow one principle that is so important in dating. And that's the hire slow and fire fast principle, which means that you take your time when it comes to you getting to know him. But at the same time, if a man says something that goes completely against your values, and when he says these words, your whole body is clenching up and the hair on your neck are standing up and you just want to go, I want to strangle him, then please Don't make excuses for his behavior, and don't make excuses for why you might still be, for whatever reason, compatible. This is unfortunately a trap that quite a few of my coaching clients fell into before they started working with me, where a guy was, for example, particularly handsome or particularly wealthy, or he was really good with words, he was the perfect narcissist, and he knew exactly what to say, and he then revealed certain aspects of himself, certain core values and core beliefs, either verbally or indirectly with his behavior, that clearly showed that this guy is not good news, is not a good partner, and not compatible at all. But then, for example, you're in the position of, I didn't go on that many dates, and you're in the scarcity mindset, and you then say to yourself, maybe he's not too bad after all, I'm just gonna go on the next date with him. If he says something that goes completely against your beliefs and your belief system, don't be afraid to say, no, we are not compatible, because you are worthy of a man who is compatible with you. You are worthy of a man who is in complete alignment with your core beliefs. And I would be honored if you gave me the opportunity to help you to attract such a man, to help you to connect with this man and to draw this man into your life. And if you're ready to work with me, you can go to gethimkeephim.com/magnet or gethimkeephim.com/coaching if you first want to book an individual coaching session with me.